The time that people spend on social media has increased greatly. If you look at this chart here, and you look at the baby boomers, right? The biggest category for the baby boomers is 10 minutes to an hour that they spend online. Meanwhile, Generation X, if you look at the over 2 hour category, you can see a little bit of an increase there. And then a big jump when it comes to the millennial group, and an even bigger jump when it comes to the Gen Zers. 35% of Gen Z spends more than 2 hours on social media every day. That's a lot of time when you figure that, you're awake maybe 16, 18 hours a day. That's a significant percentage. So the other big question that I get all the time is, how often should you post? Well, and the answer to that is as often as you can consistently do it. So if that means once every 2 weeks that you put it on your calendar that you're going to do a post, then do it once every 2 weeks. Once every 2 weeks is much better than not at all, right? Don't try to do it every day and then all of a sudden decide that you can't do it at all anymore and then fall off the planet, right? Remember, this is sort of a conversation. So make sure that you do it consistently. So set a goal, but set a goal that's reasonable and make sure that you put it on your calendar or that you set aside some time to do those posts in advance so that you can schedule them out, okay? That to me is a much more effective way to do it than trying to sit there every week, and figure it out. I like to post a couple weeks at a time. So this is some examples of a shop that I have been working for. This is actually the gentleman I spoke about in the beginning of the webinar, my local framer, my friend. And he asked me to help him with his marketing, and this is how I got into this. And he's really doing really well with using it. Now, I will tell you up front that he really wasn't doing very much social media or any active marketing at all before this. So obviously we had nowhere to go but up. But this also is probably not a terrible example, because I'm assuming that there might be a certain percentage of people out there that are, in the same boat. They haven't really embraced any kind of new digital marketing. So this is a good story to tell for that. So one of the things that you have to make sure that you do before you really embark on any kind of active social media is, if you're going to be driving people back to your website, which is part of the goal of this, you want to make sure that your website is done correctly.